On a scale of 1 to soil my trousers violently, I'm concerned with the idea of this whole rift situation.
Human corporatists I can handle any standard day of the week. I'd prefer doing more research before engaging too many of those introduced reptiles of theirs.
You've 5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at you.
Never terribly cared. Speak freely. Certainly. I consider Virgil and I are... We make it... It's a shame there may only be one...
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive bystanders.
Torpificator is charged. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Yeah. Yeah. Either the rifts devoured everyone here, or they're all waiting to spring out at us.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the Council. Attendance is mandatory.
Announcements are seldom so pressing that everyone must leave their posts. I find myself wary.
defenses. Combatant dead.
an anomalous event. The interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
Wonder how long ago the Order predicted this. Assume the presiding bit.
It is a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall. With renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those who seek to harm us. We shall clench our victory and step into the prosperous future our matriarch promised.
Go for fortification.
In due time, I'm unready. Locking them down, taking the fight out of them. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I know I...
At ease.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by looking for proof? There was an incident recently, and I...
Of course. Tell...
Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness about... I recommend he be replaced, until such time as his behavior has received...
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment. Naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. Oh, I understand now. This is an exchange. I hope you will assist me in delving into the cause of the Rift incident. We'll just need Valancourt.
Regardless of our new state of affairs.
I cannot assist in acquisition, but once you take the prototype, it will trigger an immediate lockdown. After we conclude our investigation, of course. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift. The kind that proves I did not dishonor myself by making a mistake. And that the cause of the disaster... The prototype rift modulator is currently in interstitial hall, at the top of exit... Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the... I've already shared more with you than I ought have. But... go ahead. The Interstitial Reconfiguration Center was created to continue researching into rifts. How do you know about that? That disaster and its link to the death of the Sovereign's family, regardless. Even though Horizon Point's destruction did impede our progress for a time, we learned from it, or we were. Due to the exacerbation of the greater rift recently, these lesser rifts became less stable. Some breaking containment or spawning outside of it altogether. In public, Henry has adopted the affectations of his father. He becomes most animated when we discuss how matter might be reconstituted from the rifts. What was lost somehow returned. He and the Consul wore coats cut from the same stern cloth. Henry, his motivations are personal. All I am willing to say is that's an ugly way to describe a legitimate transfer of power. And if you're trying to bait me into expressing a technicality, he's inferior in every...
Hostile in proximity.
society demands perfection.
Mediating! Lethally!
Grenade!
Restoring the balance. Contact lost. You think too much.
Whatever's in there has been pushed to the outer limits of the universal equation.
Continuing inspection.
Target reacquired.
His steady eye above.
The Protectorate endures.
They envy our prosperity. The Protectorate endures.
This sight makes every hair stand on end. Grab the modulating device, then let us be off with extreme haste.
Mind the hostile.
Your justice has found you!
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. It's not every day that someone is fooled, aided, and I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Oh, really? Which one? Act glib if you like. All you've done is, well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. I could also reduce... No matter.
Mitigating that threat. Purification in progress.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential to restore this information, albeit imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration. I surely cannot rely on Valancourt to do his actual job.
hostile guard.
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Serve set progress. Stay in the system. Serve.
Sovereign never seemed especially perturbed. You know what Prudence always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's
Enemy
reasonable
in vicinity.
abandon? No, that's only for celebrating the downfall.
I am primed to fight.
Good decision to disable these machines. Yeah. No glory in fighting the constructs.
Do you suppose there's been another incident? Like the one...
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Invasive elements! The same manufacture one!
Let us reconvene.
There be no corporification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
This office is more immaculate than my quarters. I have found that the tidiest spaces often belie philosophical needs.
You have been my family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
Having that device nabbed on his watch, nigh guarantee...
Should he ever amass the courage...
Of course. An Arbiter's judgment is always sound. I've already shared more with you than I ought have. You have an update, I hope. You have an update, I hope. I've already shared more with you.
taking the threat. There is no... I said, under the authority of the sovereign.
Fortificator at ready status.
Enough of this wandering to and fro. Reckon I ought to reckon.
I'm on.
I have a fix on my weaknesses.
You have an update, I hope. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts. Have no fear.
잠깐, 카드를 쟤한테 주는 게 더 이득인가? 아이씨, 저게 선택으로 갈릴 줄은 몰랐는데. 카드한테 주는 거야, 이거. 이거는 어느 지점이지? 들어온 다음이구나. 아니야. 카드만 얻어가지고 계속 하나 줘 봐야 되겠다. 밝은 데서 이게 하이라이트가 안 보여가지고 몰랐잖아. 여기 카드가 있는지.
You have an update, I hope. I knew it! I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless...
어? 왜?
Thank you again. But you mustn't stay.
아, 바양크루를 잡기 전에 하면 이렇게 되는 건가? 아, 잡은 후에 하면은? 아까 걔를 죽이지 말고 했어야 되나?
You have an update, I hope. What? If that's true, we must act quickly. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there...
이게 다 경험치에서 더 이득이구나.
There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfiguring. Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner. Use your imagination to conjure the original scene that could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something? I knew it! I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. For all the time Did you uncover anything else? I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished... that any subject should... I think I'm beginning to understand how did this go unnoticed during final... You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Thank you. Valancourt must have sought to curry favor with the Consul by eliminating the Sovereign. He sabotaged the machine, hoping the Rift would perform his dirty work for him, and left... Chief Valancourt is an obvious threat to the
This evidence is insurmountable.
Then let us go and confront him, now.
I hear your cry for justice, subject, but...
Yes, Arbiter. Valancourt is unlikely to provide conversation before slipping. When it's done, return to me. Erstwhile.
우리 팬다 어디 갔냐?
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerability.
먹은가?
Combatant scan. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
먹었나 본데?
Your judgment has found you!
You've discovered something? I knew it! I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless... have no...
but you have the rift modulator. Any previously inaccessible rift could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
Reporting is so neighborly, suspicion rightly so.
Combat prop.
Invasive elements!
Fortificator at ready status.
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Have you considered that submitting ourselves voluntarily is required and would in fact waste resources that could be better spent on other subjects? Need I remind you that we are at war? All loyal subjects must be willing to sacrifice their own betterment on behalf.
Have you read any worthwhile periodicals?
Actually, I'm fairly engrossed in a tome about the gravitational effects on ballistics at the moment. I could add it to the ship's library if you're interested.
Not particularly. Do you happen to have any books about close quarters combat?
Let me think. I know I have slice of pie, the geometry of bladed weapons, somewhere. I'll dig it out. It has a lot of illustrations. You might like it.
Bladed weapons are decidedly secondary to bludgeons. But I suppose I could peer at an image or two.
Yeah.
Narrowing sensor range. Focusing.
Taking punitive action.
Target mitigating the threat. Locking them down.
Electrical dampeners failing.
Hey there.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Ready to dispense judgment.
On the authority of the Sovereign!
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Yeah.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Our enemies envy our prosperity. To screen our sneer at our contentment.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
배고파?
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue activity, stymies undue.
You're back. Do you
I understand the strategic value
Just
of
want
the
you to know
station,
your
but the
efforts are
odds of a
seen
handful
and
of us
appreciated.
propelling a full-scale attack is highly dubious. It is fortunate our enemies fear these lightning towers and control of the skies more than they wish to murder us.
By law, you've done it. I cannot lie. My math plays. Unfortunately, I am limited in forms of compensation. I trust that you will. you again, my...
Remember, collective cognitive... is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Prosecuting!
Combatant scan.
As soon as my robustness is restored.
Fortification in progress.
Into a thing of symmetry.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander. What's this? What keeps... Death to the complicit!
Placid Waters Wellnatarium, here on Praetor, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process. Yeah.
You are the raw material for Come in, come right in, and be refreshed. Exalted Vigilant must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all
The duty of every Protectorate
subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts? All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Ghoul, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
This is new. A mild euphoric, light hallucinogenic properties. Not entirely unpleasant, but kid stuff.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be. Welcome to the... You're not on my schedule. A walk-in, then.
This is all a mic.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Why, of course, it is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or our intake evaluation of a baseline understanding of your character and background. Yes, as it is an unthinking automaton capable of mindlessly parroting pre-programmed responses. Simply step over.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia,
Weary to deliberate is the court ruin.
Special.
It is personally overseen.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Subjects are required to respond. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness. Incorrect. Wait. Processing. The degree of zealous efficacy. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including unacceptable, a perfect society? Final query. How would your NAPE processing determine the appropriate reply was formulating conclusion? 150. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Trust me, the lathe of particularity does work.
Cycles undo agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
My irregularities have
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime.
They would deem my resolve inadequate? Insanity! Their analysis procedure is clearly faulty.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Right as rain.
That's why we are all happy and contented.
Hello.
And
Oh,
others
you're
are
new.
not.
Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm way... No. I'm newly full of... They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement. But still, they try. Wait. I just blinked I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the... Are you in disguise? I'd go with you, I guess. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team. The pirate. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once. Suppose so. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are two auto... That doesn't seem like the sort... I'll be...
More refreshing than ever.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to
envy our prosperity.
to request an
Disdain our
exception.
sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject
Greetings,
to ensure
noob.
they are
Hello.
operating at peak.
My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are keep that. A restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliver, I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice, it is the duty of all. I am newly full of zeal. I only experience approved refreshment.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
And defend it.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by...
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an
Greeting,
invitation
unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 the response, zeal, loaded. With hope, our highly medicament dispensement has concluded for the response. Medicament farewell statement may
are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
gives us purpose. The console is the firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient, perfect. And thus we enjoy amity, luxury, and resplendence. The system provides, the system abides.
What a splendid lecture. At least, I'm sure it was. I began thinking about the rocks in my boots halfway.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Yes. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But you've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take the medicament dispensement automatically dispense. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though how very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants, you must mean the lathe of particularity. One is, you'll feel...
I was sure we'd be forced to slay her. Despite her quirks, I'm pleased we managed to avoid this. Typically, I do not view mental refreshment firsthand. Its effects on an individual's spirit of...
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented. And others
This unit
are
is
not.
currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow.
I shall not stay your execution.
Getting up. Taking the fight out of that.
Unfriendly nearby.
Our colony, Arcadia, our home. What the? Nothing came of it. A boarding search.
Hostile not.
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all of it?
Oh, do I detect a whiff? I should have your chart.
Scientists of this...
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My. Can't really... Oh, dear, I seem to be... Even in a state such as... To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. You know, a proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology. Yes, well, you'll... So, what of the Order? Our former allies? Those cursed overthinkers? My position is a though your point, while what say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, that actually sounds to have some slight merit. Your point is, in the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt. Me? Celebrated? No. That said, perhaps our rivals aren't utterly without merit. As they say, even a stuck chronometer on the wall is right twice a day. Oh, that does sound rather engaging. Regular discourse with near intellect. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions? How very nice of you to say. You're not half bad, you're... Take it. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly Now, what next? Why, I'd say you're... Tell you what, Now, don't turn it to its highest setting. That is for only the most severe cases. You won't forget, right? Tickles a bit. Right behind the eye and all along the brainstem. You know, I've never been more content. Never more content.
You're much too kind. I would have set the machine much higher.
See? Mental refreshment is hardly an extreme punishment. I don't know what everyone's on about.
Now, don't turn it to its highest setting.
Society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Combat probable.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all of... Oh, Well, this is normally where you... Eve, to what end are you here? Tell me, a proposal. Adequately... So, what of the Order? Our former allies? Those cursed overthink... What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of everything. Food, meat. That said, perhaps our rivals are... Oh, well, you've raised some interesting... How? Yes, now, what next? Really? That's exceptionally Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role? My, that sounds... Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your masters.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
In progress. There have been none. Standing by to stupefy.
I have crimes to punish.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Prepare for absolute.
Combatant scan.
Replenishing my firearm. Target reacquired.
Combatant observed.
subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Begets.
Medicament dispenser.
Their team plays the work. Hello. You find my pitch ball? Oh! Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay.
Medicament dispenser has concluded for today. Please proceed
They
to
never
the lecture
questioned,
hall.
never
To
doubted.
exception.
Their zeal never lagged.
This is all right, neighbor. Oh, and last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to free market. Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting. Per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Could have sworn. Wait, you're not a patient.
He's the first person we've met here who...
Well, out with it. Who are you? What an entirely implausible statement. To what end are you here? Ah, I have a proposal for you. So, what of the Order? What say you about Auntie's choice, then? You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of me? That said, perhaps our right... Oh, that does... Well, you've raised some... How very nice of you to... Yes, it's... Now, what next? Really? Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role? My, that's how... Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your masters.
Is a virtue. Every part is a cause. Every subject is a glorious bounty for all.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Unfriendly nearby.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign... You're not here to harm him, are you?
If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the You'll have to forgive him right now.
My Sovereign. What have they done to... No. And certainly not the...
Deserves what? Whatever do you mean? We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the... Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was absurd nonsense about how the Consul had betrayed him, and that all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. Preposterous! No subject of the Protector to even think this stately form before you is the direct... I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care. Just...
I suppose there is nothing we can do at this juncture.
Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
They never questioned. They never doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
After you, by all means. I fear I must...
Increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions them into a thing of symmetry.
Deserves a look.
At your word, I shall charge!
Giving chase.
Quick once over.
None shall stand against us!
Mitigating the threat. Locking them down. Torpificator is charged. Adversary
That scum! I shall not rest until the consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Were they still the Protectorate, such would be a trick. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign. But I will need... I hope that is... I sincerely doubt this is the...
Buy from me, please. Hello once more. I guarantee you be.
Yeah. Glad there are people out here like you. Ah, before I forget.
My friend from Placid Waters! Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Wonderful, wonderful. You heading out?
If you've a tooth, gotta say, if you've wounds that need stitching or teeth, yes, it might suffice it to say I'm pleased free market medicament. Doctor here. Get your stitches.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
I feel...
Tell me what you need. Canned. Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
Firearms that explode? Explode in your face? To not a weapons store.
You're part of our crew. That makes you a friend.
Welcome back. In what manner can I assist you?
Oh, hello again. I hope you must be an agent of the Ark. Any progress?
You're remarkably effective for someone so ignorant of abstract calculus.
I look forward to the reclamation. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Not by a factor of that. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing...
Ah, you've made such progress moving us toward an order Auntie's choice. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the... If you continue working for the order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's choice. So this... Farewell. I would say...
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan. And lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this? Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. My time is yours, for the moment. Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than... It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. My predecessor, presiding... I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromise is made. It was not the only determining factor. May you achieve...
Failed to cite her work completely.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
Captain, I fear I have a confession to make. I have found being present on Cloister
Fascinating.
unwelcome.
It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift, but it somehow maintains its position in space relative. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted,
but in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating.
No, I lost my train of thought.
Lord damn it. It's reverted to its previous state. Is it a failing of the device? It's open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Reverted again. Infuriating. Architect above. It seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic field. That's quite ingenious. Would you consider allowing me the... Thank you for the depth. It seems rift...
Fascinating. It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift, but it somehow maintains its position in space relative to the solar system.
Using substance generated by the rifts to make ammo. Seems fitting. Yeah. this unit is now at maximum efficiency. The Earth Directorate thanks you for your service in upgrading your Valerie unit. Did you know? The average Valerie, this unit is programmed to avoid commentary on age unless directly related to a health. It is always...
Commander, I have his message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer parts of the location can only be bringing our fire. I only hope it is. It's silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds. There's a lift that will take us lower, located behind the door next to those stairs. Virgil! Oh, thank the architect I found you intact.
Impossible? Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. If you're still so thick...
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction...
Damnation! I knew we have no choice but to fight.
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and die.
Erupt all Overprotection in progress. Taking the fight out of them.
Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I shall take an alternate path to prepare it.
Hold! You were beginning to say something before...
We cannot have this conversation.
Yeah.
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is one thing, but that...
You already know whether you... Very well then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Council must have captured you and sent you to mental refreshment. It's the only...
Open your eyes, Rao. Those Sentinels were here with due cause. The elimination of a murderer. The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the Consul. Who do you think bore witness to those final moments? I did what I thought was just.
No. You lied to me?
I had to. I knew that if you learned what had transpired, why I did what I did, it would destroy you.
Would it? Or were you just trying to save yourself from my wrath?
With the demands this war has made on us all, I've not seen our mentor for some time. My visit was meant to be a surprise. Unfortunately, it was. I overheard her decision to align herself with the Consul before she realized I was there. This admission, I had no choice but to act.
But there was a choice. Why didn't you come to me? Together we could have come up with something. Some other course of action.
Because I didn't want you to know. I never wanted you to learn the truth because I feared you'd lose your faith. No. Sentinel Peralt's remarks were the first I'd heard of any secret room. I feared what you might learn there, so I scrambled to find an agent who might locate the room before you. I only had one contact who I knew may be able to do the job. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased to learn that my decision did not result in his death, at the very least. That is news to me. A junior arbiter judging Tristan. I can't imagine you let that stand.
Killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most tragic, but this is not the matter we're here to discuss.
How dare you! I would have rather done anything else. But the explicit reason that I had to act was out of my loyalty. The Supreme Arbiter did more than mentor us. She all but raised us as her own. There was not a step we took that she did not watch. A fact we know that she did not teach. And I killed her. As a traitor. Damn you. Damn you 1,000 times. No matter what I do, I find myself reliving that moment whenever I close my eyes. Her sin was unforgivable to the Protectorate, but the Supreme Arbiter taught me that yet I have found...
I cannot believe what I am hearing. You're right. You're right. This is not the first time we've encountered the paradoxical. Our prior conclusions inform my present feelings. But I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. It's madness. My hesitation is more reflective of a weakness of character. One does not hesitate in the Protectorate. One acts. What's right is right, and what's deciding on a borderline crime. The law is clear, but Is addressing traitorism not the utmost priority of any arbiter? Is not the betrayal of everything we stand for more significant than a breach of protocol? The Supreme Arbiter taught us that conscience has no bearing in our role. I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn brother. Oh, I know not what to make of the Supreme Arbiter's betrayal. I'll have to ruminate on it for some time.
Wise choice. You'll sleep better tonight, I swear.
Would that I could forgive myself. I shall have to live with what I have done in the name of the Protectorate. Defection is madness. But
Virgil, you should take comfort in doing what was right. The Supreme...
Just in the eyes of the Protectorate. But we've forever lost our mentor. How can I see the morality in a system that demands brothers, guardians, friends kill one another in its name?
Brutality is one thing, but justice...
1,000 words of thanks for meeting me. Though, before I go...
Go with the Sovereign's blessing, brother. Commander, this has all been...
Wait, are your lamps busted? Oh, not again! Gary? What in the void happened to you? What am I gonna tell the commander?
This is Auntie Cleo, offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically grey consultants who labor with committing to a side. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what it's up to.
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway? Some fly-by-night indentured internship?
Decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market? We can be enhancing people's lives now. As a responsible member of society, we allow you to part in public tests. Respect. Right to you pesky side effects as an early adopter and Auntie's Choice. We understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to shifting.
You go on ahead. We're shilly-shallying about what to do.
Please have identification. You're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current. Oh, I didn't realize. Alrighty. You're clearly a valued partner of Auntie's Choice. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice hollow advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Enjoy from there. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3.
You go on ahead.
You're not a transfer. Oh, all it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice hollow advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our Good question. There's only one choice. Auntie's Choice. We'll choose for you. Anecdotal feedback from paid experts shows it increases the... Splendid. Enjoy your time on the... From the...
Auntie's authentic.
You go on ahead.
You're not a you're all it requires is allowing us to affix an good question. Anecdotal feedback. Enjoy your... From there...
How imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and...
나 저거 하지 않았나? 왜 저게 안 없어져 있지?
Commander, despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I still have much doubt about my path, but having good intentions, yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed, but how? I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept. But it is a drunken, disorderly subject once struck my faceplate when we began traveling together. I deeply appreciate your hand in this.
레벨은 이게 끝인가? 설마? 그러네. 30이 끝이네. 그럼 이게 거의 지금 후반부라는 소린데? 이거 10일 해놓고 그러면은 이거를 더 찍어야 되나? 어떻게 되지? 엔딩 전인가 그러면? 이거 내일 마저 내일 하면 엔딩 볼 수 있겠나 그러면?
Represents the worst impulses of old corporations.
I have questions. We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine like what? Ask away. Oh, that's
an easy... Anything else you need to know about this place? Definitely. You're not thinking of trying to go in the Esplanade. There's a medicament. Ah, there's a stop for head office tower on the Termicular. If... Like who? Or whom? Or, I almost need details on anybody else. Our illustrious CEO. No way you're getting to see her. Like most of our execs, she can be found. Well, for...
Time for discounts.
Yeah.
With a report on
You know I got eyes on you, right?
아이씨. 저장해놓고 할 걸. 씨. 어디지? 아이.
This area is for client intake specialists only. Though, I admire your go-where-I-want attitude. By entering further, you waive all rights and claims to anatomy, appearance, and so-called intellectual property. See fine print on 368 to 474 for details.
I'm Tyler, sixth base person.
들어가면 무조건 돌아보나 보지?
You have questions? We have answer. Like what? Ask it. There's anything else you need to know about the Esplanade. You're not thinking of trying... Oh, that's an easy one. Like who? I need details on anybody else? No way you're getting... Like most of our...
Right back at you. I'm at
Termicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
What was it?
Contract. Still my favorite word.
product development, the boar's loaf and butter. Entire operation, thanks to the ACS undisputed claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
Hey, you. I heard an Inez Silong was traveling with someone matching your description, but she ain't here, evidently. I do indeed. I was hired by a soldier named... Here, take this cartridge and deliver it to her. Couldn't tell you.
대리?
allegory and thrill-seeking adventurist, and help bring Auntie Cleo's astonishing new conglomerate, Auntie's Choice.
대리가
Do
데미지를
Auntie's
줄
choice
거니까
operatives
그렇게
develop an
시키는
immunity
거잖아요.
to cacophony such as this? Or are they simply fond of constant mild?
Beneficent scheduling and the best
Name a food, any food, and I guarantee I got it. Absolute hot.
5-hour perpetual growth and fund the unparalleled systems that bring the best things in life to life all across the galaxy.
Feeling queasy? See, you have ails. I have cures. Don't.
Flavors, popcorn or sizzle. Live, love.
You there? Yes, you. I recognize your kind anywhere. Chewing is for chumps and. Your doctor called and said you're. I've got a.
Business acumen.
Unrelated bric-a-brac. We market the most miscellaneous one.
여기도 일찍 왔어야 되는 건가?
I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something? Yeah, you dropped plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all your work.
Your Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protector's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the 2 states.
Step right up for the most exorbitant.
We cure all physical ails. Most at least. Well, there are a lot, I guess. We cure some physical ails. No, but the medicament when you.
I appreciate your business, but handling things tends to result in injury.
Ever miss a limited time offer and wonder about how your life would have been?
Even with half our team's 32 max bench,
Need anything? Why, it's only the most popular drink in Arcadia. At the.
Welcome to the bottom runger. Exclusive home. Oh, that's what every. However, you are welcome to sample if not tending bar right now. Mayor Dick. Experience the most sought-after inebriant on the undisputed plane.
I'm sorry, but I'm quite. Wait. How terribly rude of me. It's you. You're the one who talked me down from my horrible course at the end. That would be for a multitude of reasons. You see, I meditated on your words and on the events that led me to strapping myself to. I realized that the
Tell me, Victor, scientician to scientician.
I take a simple joy in each
On a purely theoretical level, I admire that.
attempting to better humanity. The possibility of being overwhelmed. I am more content here.
Not watching.
Thrive, survive.
They're up for a motivating lecture, employees. Just because your Auntie Cleo reached the top of the corporate ladder doesn't mean she can't resonate some bottom-rung relatability. Business is much like tossball, a game of inches and footballs played with an excess of necessary roughness. And like tossball, there's
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Hey, go-getter, get yourself up. Look, I'll be direct. You possess from the meekest flunky to the most milquetoast myrmidon? Why, friend, we're working on a brand new set of advertisements and need your exact kind of distinct... easy. You've got the stuff that can't be faked. Step inside. He'll tell you how we do things, how we sell product, then you head into our recording.
Get out of the arena with their official Auntie's Choice brand.
Purpleberry product samples! Purpleberry product samples!
Just as in tossball, we
Go on. Head on back. Head on back to the studio. Mitt will be waiting.
Here for a report. Sorry. In the midst of composing my latest product-oriented dramatization.
Time for discounts.
Talk later.
Yes? Can I help you?
That I did. This is...
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Oh, look at this. A fellow artiste. A little background first to... I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a...
And I just hate that thing that...
Any other general questions before we get started? Funny you should ask.
Not one.
Well...
All right. I'll ask a few questions about yours. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you? Any insight on your kind of unique perspective? All right. Calling all free thinkers. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate. Right. You know an opportunity. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you? Okay, your needs are different than... Last question. And I should mention we have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering. Available now in double packs for couples. To share with that special someone who's every bit as special as you. Because nothing says lasting devotion like cystrines built for two.
Ah, yes. I can already hear it. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly, fine work.
Calling all free thinkers. You know an opportunity when you see it. And take it, your needs are different than everyone else's. That's why we've updated our premier cystrines just for you. Auntie Cleo and Pals deep-fried Sisty Bits. Available now in double packs for couples. To share with that special...
Time for discounts.
Special as you. Because nothing says lasting devotion like cystrines built for two.
No autographs, I'm afraid. Not outside of special appearances. Normally I would, but my agent would say.
excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they...
Hey, we could use more go-getters like you.
Just watch. You don't look for it. Next is a...
Horse comestibles! Comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 80%. I'm not paying. Just to run a petting zoo. Exploit the local fauna like it's your life's
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by... Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocol. Oh, really? You think... The owner tasked me with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice. And you are hardly a significant contribution.
I wouldn't pay one bit for that attitude, dear. I'm sure we can find other means inside.
My, but aren't you a Very well. I'll grant entry for the normal luminary rate. Excellent. You're back. You ain't soiling our fine establishment with your presence. Unless you'd like to prove you're the kind of swanky folk that belong in our... How else? You slip me a nice fat stack... My, but aren't you a... Very well. I'll grant entry... Thank you
Ostentatious. I expect perpetual inebriation is the only way
Never read them.
anti-servants will be
Everyone has their
insane.
little hunch about which new product line will sell the most, but I say you need...
Yes, what is it? I'm very busy. Much has changed since our... It's all thanks to you and the information on mental refreshment that you retrieved me. Now even the most stubborn but of God... I hope you'll excuse me. Kidding.
Oh, look at this one.
See? They're letting in anyone now.
Oh, don't we all?
If him up.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume
You
lunch
look
sometime.
unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
You're still here? I mean, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you've plenty to do.
자, 오늘 여기까지 합시다. 내일 또 이어서 아마 내일은 엔딩 볼 수 있을 것 같긴 한데 내일 엔딩 보고 모레부터는 젤다 무쌍 하도록 하죠. 아, 이거 생각보다 오래 걸리네. 내일 봐요.